Hey Aussie gamers, welcome to Lucas's Last 48, and going to talk about the last 48 hours and the things that are going on in the news in the world of gaming, technology, blah blah blah, things like that. Today I want to mention mobile phones, specifically Galaxy Note 7 and the iPhone 7 as well. There's been a lot of drama surrounding that poor Galaxy Note 7 with its exploding battery and all that sort of stuff. There's memes all over the internet and stuff like that making fun of it. Videos of, I saw one yesterday of Axel Foley from, I think it was Beverly Hills Cop 2? Might have been, I don't know, one of them, where he walks in with the bag when it's a bomb and they've superimposed Galaxy Note 7 on it and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, it's copping a lot of flack. And just recently in the news, I noticed that now some American airlines are completely banning the Galaxy Note 7 from getting onto flights, even if it's turned off regardless. You're just not allowed to take the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 on board an aircraft, which understandably makes sense, because if it's in baggage or if it's in your pocket or in something like overhead storage and it starts to smoke and billow smoke everywhere, you're in a sealed aeroplane where there's nowhere for it to dissipate, so the only choice they'll have is to land. So that's going to destroy flights. So I can understand why that's happening. That is going to be massively detrimental to Samsung, who I think were just starting to come up in the world. Well, they were doing quite well for a long time, but they were getting to that point where they were being real competitive with Apple, who, I don't know if I'm out of school here and talking out my asshole, but I think Apple is leading, and has been for a long time, the smartphone market, where that's generally what people will buy. There are a big lot of you out there that are fans of the Samsung Android phones. I know Red and Weeksy and Nico are advocates for their Android phones, but this is going to be a big blow for Samsung, which is, I think, unfortunate for them. Now, another thing, switching over to the iPhone 7 that I've seen in the news lately as well. If you're unaware that the new iPhone 7 that's just recently been released, there's been a lot of things in the news about the removal of the headphone jack and stuff like that. Yeah, that sucks, but move on from that. But they've also also removed the physical home button. So if you're not too familiar with an iPhone, which shouldn't be too many of you, there's a home button on the front of the phone. And you click that in, takes you back to the home. It gets you out of any app that you're in. Well, that's not there anymore. It's still there, so to speak, but it's more pressure sensitive. It's not a physical click on the button. And it's been causing dramas for some people. If the software plays up, you can't physically click it. But there is a workaround that Apple has built into the phone, which if there is a problem sensed with that sort of fake home button that has been built into the iPhone 7, it will automatically place a little circle home button on the screen, so you could use the touch screen as your home button, which also has fueled rumors that the iPhone 8 or the iPhone 7S might not have a home button at all. They may do away with that completely and just have an on-screen touch, kind of like what the Samsung phones have. I know they do have a physical button in the middle there, but they do have sort of other buttons there that are, they're not part of the screen, but they're touch sensitive, so to speak. But that sort of begs the question then, how do they do the fingerprint reader if that's going to be the case? And I would say I'm currently use an iPhone 6, and that's probably my most favorite feature, is the fingerprint scanner. The fact that I don't have to punch in my 4 or 6 digit passcode. I can just hold my thumb on there or any of my fingers that I've scanned in there and play it that way. So you get into it that way, which is amazing. So hopefully they don't remove that from the next iPhones, but that's something that is being rumored. Now, for me personally, now we've done technology the last 48 hours. Me personally, the last 48 hours, I went to bed last night at about, would have been about 8:30. I reckon I've got a bad batch of bourbon, because I drank probably 5 drinks and I was wrecked. My head was caning me. I was extremely tired. I was stuffed. So I got home last night and went straight to bed, and it's now, what is it, 8:29 a.m. and I've basically slept through and I was wrecked. I was absolutely destroyed. So I'm a fucking terrible drinker at the best of the times, but I'm not that bad. Seriously, I am not that bad. So I reckon it's a bad batch. Next time that I get to actually have a drink, I'm not drinking that shit. I'm going to drink something else that I buy from the store. I think I'm going to try that Wild Turkey American Honey. I'm going to give that a go. Give me some suggestions if you've got a favorite alcoholic drink that you like to drink sensibly, and I'll give it a go and maybe mention it next time. But anyway, that's all I've got for today's, what's it called? The show? It's only new. It's episode 2 of Lucas's Last 48. Thanks everyone. We'll catch you next time. Oh, and happy podcast day too. The Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast is out right now. It was out today, and it's episode 146, and we talk a fair bit about PlayStation VR, Gears of War 4, Mafia 3, and a whole bunch of other cool news as well. So check that out. That's on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio, and also via our Facebook page. You can go to the pinned post and check out the link directly from Podcast Garden on the website. So thanks everyone for watching. Catch us all in the next 48 hours. See ya.